Hi. Well, it feels really silly being like, how's everyone doing when there's nobody here? Um, but yeah, as per usual, I'm streaming with the intent of uploading. So when you're watching this in the future, hi. My name's Charlotte. I'm working on my save file. Kind of. Not really. That's a lie. I shouldn't have called it that on stream. What I am doing is rebuilding the home that I have for my rags to riches sims. And yeah, we're going to basically rebuild the house. We are starting from scratch because I don't like it. And it's as simple as that. I have no other reason to do it. So we're gonna start over, and it'd probably help if you could see what I was doing. So hi, this is where we're at. Okie dokie. Now I have a budget of, I'm gonna give myself 35,000 simoleons. Because that's what the lot is worth, and we're just gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff. We are gonna keep some garden things. Do not fret. Anything that I'm planning on keeping, I'm gonna keep to one side. Like, I do really like this kitchen, but I don't know. I feel like I could do better. You know, I don't really like the layout. I'm not feeling it. We're just gonna get rid of it. We're just gonna oops, 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 oops. 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 Cool. This is all we have. We're starting from scratch. Yeah. So I'm just going to organise my weird little garden situation that I've got here. So we're not getting rid of any of these. Excuse me. Please do as I wish. We're just going to put them over to one side in a little collection. For now. I'm just doing a bit of housekeeping, as it were. Just keep them out the way. Because, yeah, it's been a while since I've updated the whole Charlotte and Lola rags to riches thing. Part of the reason for that is because I have been putting off building the house. I sent them out on a camping trip, which was an excuse to rebuild the house. Like, oh, it's getting too expensive and we need to, like, pull in our resources. Maybe we need to get something a little smaller. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'd like to make a more, like, curated garden. I feel like this feels very regimented at the moment. And while it's pretty good because it means that we're able to, like, yield loads of vegetables, and, well, not even vegetables, flowers and stuff. It's not particularly aesthetic, you know, it's not aesthetically pleasing, is it? So we're going to play around with some landscaping, perhaps. I don't know how far I'm going to get with this. Will I finish it all on stream today? Who knows? We'll see how much brain rot comes out of my mouth. That's usually a good indicator for, like, how long these things take me. It's when I start talking shit and it doesn't make any sense, which is when we're like, maybe it's time to go to bed. So if you are watching this in the future, how has your week been? Tell me all about it. That would be nice. I've started doing roller derby, which, if you aren't aware, is smashing into people on roller skates in the name of sport. Now, I'm not a sports girly. Never have been. Didn't think I ever would be. I actually really like roller derby, and I'm sad because there isn't really anything like that I can do in The Sims. I've got a mod that allows me to skate anywhere. That's fun. I haven't really used it much though, so maybe that'll be something that I do in the future. Right, let's just put these out of the way for now. You can go. I don't need a teleporter. And what is this? What have we got here? It won't let me delete my bills. That's annoying. How nice it would be if you could just delete your bills. Okay. Let's just get rid of all of these snow piles, because honestly, I want a nice blank canvas to start with. I did think I was going to really enjoy having a little yellow house, and the more I looked at it, the more I just felt it was a very garish eyesore, and I didn't like it. I do kind of want to keep it in line with some of these little shotgun style houses that we've got here. I really had no business making that house as big as I did. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it across 2 stories or 1 story. We're just going to play it by ear. I don't even... We're going to build... This is going to be the front of the property now, I've decided. Because we could have ourselves a nice, like, front garden and stuff. I do want to keep it stylistically similar to what we had going on already. So we're just going to see what happens. Right, let's get the grid on while I'm building. Hello? I've been building a lot of these style houses recently, and I've had a really fun time doing it, so I'm... Is it not putting the grid on because I'm not on the right level? Thank you. Goodness me. Yeah, I've been having a nice time making these style houses, and I've definitely built some nicer houses than the one that I was living in since I built it, so yeah. It's time for something new. Like I say, not really any game plan at the moment for how this is going to turn out, but I think it could be cute. So I'm thinking of having like a little porch area. Maybe it doesn't need to be quite as deep as that if we've got these little tuck around bits. So that feels like a fairly decent size living area. We could have a dining room that like wraps around the back a little bit, with a entryway to a kitchen. And then this room here for like a bathroom, like a little downstairs bathroom. Maybe we can make that a bit smaller. Oh my goodness. And then let's have ourselves a little staircase in the middle. This feels really similar to the house when I first started building it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna decorate it better though. I think the way that I want to decorate it is gonna be, yeah, better. Okay, so we could have a master bedroom here. Oh, this could be like a main bathroom. Then I feel like I've got all of this space. Oh, I don't know how I feel about one side being longer than the others. Let's bring that in a touch. I do like symmetry. That could be like a spare bedroom slash study, I guess. Oh, but hang on. We haven't really got an easy way to access the bathroom. Right, let's take that out. Let's reassess this. Right, let's just check out what we've got here first. Hi! I've actually recognized that somebody is in my chat. I was awful. I felt so bad yesterday. Somebody was talking away to me and I was so locked into what I was doing. I didn't realize anyone was trying to have a conversation with me and I felt absolutely awful because it was quite obvious that by the time I'd realized they had gone. So I'm really glad that I caught that. I know what I'm looking for now. I tried to set something up so I could get like an audio notification when people are in the chat or like sending messages, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be working, so you were lucky that I caught you. Maybe we can extend out the back a little bit on the ground floor and then make that a little bigger as we come through. I've got to remember that I also need to furnish this house as well. It's not just going to be a case of building it with the budget. Because I'm looking at this now and I'm like, oh, it's fine. I got loads of money. Got loads I can do. And I don't think that's going to be the case. Look all the dust in here. Nobody's been living in this house. Don't give me that. Right. Am I going to get a double bed in there comfortably? I don't think I am. I need to rethink about this. I mean, it does kind of look a bit like clouds, but I think the fact that I know that it's dust is making me, like, angry. Not angry, you know what I mean. Oh, right, what am I going to do? Because we could put in, like, an ensuite bathroom. This could be a really weird shaped bathroom. I don't know. Hang on. Let me chuck a bed down. And that might make it easier. Might be easier to, like, visualize. Like what kind of space I've got. Oh, what if we... Okay, so we could have like an ensuite bathroom in here. We could have a spare bedroom in here. Maybe let's just take a notch of that out, actually. Yeah, and then like a main bathroom here. Okay. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, ooh, have I made a mistake with making this as large as I have done? Because this is supposed to be like kind of a starter home. We'll find out, I guess. Thank you. I honestly hope it turns out okay. Wait, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm trying to think how I've done floor plans similar to this before. Or like houses like this. I do want it to have like a bit of an interesting shape. Let's just have a look. 'Cause I'm thinking, what if we put one of these little gabled roofs on each of these? And then we have almost like a porch type thing, like a veranda. Maybe not that high. Oh, get back up there. Or it could even, rather than being like a full wall, we could turn that into like a balcony, like a little front of the house balcony. I'm wondering whether that needs to... I know you've just said, oh, it looks really nice, it looks really cute, but I think I'm going to delete it all. I feel like it's kind of... It feels too big. Like this dining area, this... Yeah. I think I want it to be smaller. I think... Do we want a tiny home? I like the idea of having a balcony. I'm going to be really annoying and I'm just going to, like, delete it all. Sorry. I do like having a porch, though, so we'll keep that. Okay, let's start over. So, little entrance into the house. Maybe I want it a little more open planned. Or open plan, rather. And we'll keep it small for the time being. Because this is what I did last time. I made it too big and then I couldn't afford anything because my bills were too expensive, and that's where we're getting to in the legacy. Actually, let's keep the porch there, but the house doesn't need to necessarily go all that way. We could have like a bit of a wraparound situation. Am I just wanting to build a tiny home? Is that what's happening here? Probably. This is supposed to be my rags to riches save file, so yeah. Maybe bring that in a little bit, just so it's a bit of a wraparound. I like the idea of having a dual level, so I think I'll stick with that. And this can work as like a bit of a dividing space. Okay, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Maybe this can be like a little bathroom area under the stairs. And then like an open plan living kitchen situation. And then up here. What if we made it into a loft? What if it was a loft? So we'd have... Like it would come all the way across, but... Do you see the vision? And rather than being a full wall, wait, I wanted the floor there. We need the floor there. Must be applied to the floor. Let me put the floor in then. You took my floor away. That's not what I wanted to do. It's because I can't fucking see what I'm doing. Right. So that is treated like a room. And then if I clear that. And that should leave that with a floor, especially. Let me put the half wall in, that'll be safer. Oh, hang on. Come back back to me. Right, is it gonna let me just take that floor out? Why are you insistent on having a floor there? It's upsetting me. I don't want it. Oh, hang on. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, and then we'll put... It might not even need to come back all this way. We could probably have like a bit there, and we could have a column. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Stop it. No. Do you mind? Oh my god. Give me my stairs back. Stop being a twat. Thank you. Jesus Christ. What are you... Why will you not let me put a half wall there? That is so stupid. Fine. Whatever. Whatever, whatever. That's the wrong height. There we go. I don't think I've ever been in a loft before, like a loft style apartment. But I think it would be pretty cool. What about... Yeah. Because at the moment, there's only 2 people living here, so we only really need 1 bedroom space. But rather than having a wall like that, let's put like a fence type thing. Maybe rather than having the floor missing there and having like a gap, we can have... I will keep it a floor. I like the idea of this like little fairy light situation as well. I think it's very cute. I might even take that wall out down there just to open it up a little bit because it might feel a little claustrophobic. Yeah, I feel like in here, I was like, oh, that's a trip hazard. But there isn't going to be anybody that is likely to trip. Like, there's no kids or anything. We could have like the bed here and then like a little dressing area there. That might be quite cute. I have done some builds where I've done I've done it like a factory conversion. That was pretty cool. That was a loft that I made that was pretty dope. I don't know what bed to use. I'm in danger of being sucked into custom content land again, and I do use CC for my for like CAS and stuff like that, but I've been trying to hold off using it for you know, this kind of like build mode. Oh my god, my brain is not working. It's always really dangerous me streaming or trying to record after I've been at work, because my brain function just isn't it. Well, when it came to CC before, I was I was like, I'm just gonna have CC hair because I personally feel like EA could be making better stuff when it comes to black sims or hair that's coily or textured and that kind of thing. And yeah, that was like the main reason I went back to using custom content, because yeah, it was more for, you know, making my Sims of colour not look like absolute dog shit. I'm gonna put a yoga mat in here. Yaga? What's the yaga? Yoga. Not that one. Trying to tell me that that needs to have so much space. Maybe that can go there. We've got room for the dresser up here, it's fine. Especially if we move this along slightly. Yeah. I love this dresser. That's one of my faves. It's just, I just think it's neat. I wish we had better beds. The beds piss me off a little bit. Which is why I'm always in danger of going down the CC rabbit hole, I guess. I was gonna say, oh, it might be quite nice to have like a little balcony out the front. Where? How am I getting to the balcony? Like, how am I getting to the balcony? Maybe I could have something off the back though. That could be cute if I've got the dollar to do it. That could be cute. And then we could have like a little covered area as well. What would we have? If we're gonna keep it looking like what's going on with the rest of the neighborhood, let's use this one. We could get like a nice set of double doors to go here. Gloss, please. We could have like a little breakfast table. That would be really cute. Now, I am quite fussy with the CC that I download. If I am downloading CC, I try and keep it as Maxis match as possible. I know that's not like always going to be easy to do. I don't have much alpha. It isn't something that I typically am drawn to, but for the odd hair texture, that I use is alpha. And again, that's only really with like textured hair, just because I think it works with a coilier texture. Little dining table. Is that technically a dining table? Can you... No, it doesn't clip into it, does it? I want something that matches, damn you. A little sun lounger out here as well, that's cute. I'm getting carried away with just like the upstairs. Like, they're gonna spend all their time out here watching the sun. we go. And I don't really like those with that though. You dickhead. The thing is as well though, like, you can say that the, like, about like, oh my god, can I string a sentence together? Sorry, my brain is buffering. Custom content not always matching EA stuff. Half of the time, I feel the Sim stuff doesn't match. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not always, like, swatches are off and stuff like that. Sometimes I struggle with the stuff that's in-game, let alone the stuff that I'm adding to it. We're really going to town on the white furniture out here, huh? Okay. Little yoga spot. We can dress this up with like plants and decor and stuff afterwards, but I do actually need to finish doing the front of the house so I can figure out what I'm doing with my life. Right, yeah, the outside is important, so we're gonna stick a little gabled roof on this fella. And then maybe we'll put one of these. Do you want to go around the right way? Thank you. I also hate roofs in The Sims. Like, these are so much easier than the ones that we had. Like, I didn't really play Sims 3 that much, because that was when I was at uni. And I'd like to say that it was because I didn't play The Sims that much because I was studying. It wasn't. It was because I was going out and getting drunk all the time. Why are you coming through the wall like that? Stop it. I don't like it. I mean, I could put a wall there, but then it kind of defeats the object of having the loft situation. That's very annoying. What if I shorten? Oh, there we go. There we go. Right, let's do the same here. Get away. Get. So I played Sims 2. Sims 2 was what I grew up on. I played Sims 1 first. I was probably about, hang on, what year did Sims 1 come out? Let me just check that. And it was my cousin that got me into playing it. February 2000. So how old would I have been then? I would have been like 8. Yeah. Yeah, I must have been like 8. Yeah, because my birthday's in March. Yeah, I'd have been 8 at the time when that came out. And I loved it. I was obsessed. Yeah, I played it around my cousins once and I was like, Mum, I need this game. I think it started because he had a bunch of expansion packs and he didn't need the original disc that you had with it. Because back in the day, oh my god, this is really going to age me. This is going to make me sound like such an old lady because I was like there at the time of inception. But yeah, the way that you would play it, you'd have a disc for the first game for The Sims, and then when you bought an expansion pack, you would then get another disc and you'd install that on your computer, and you only needed to use the last disc that you installed. So what me and my cousin would do is we would strategically like install the discs. So because we only needed one of them. So if we'd installed them in the right order, it then meant we only needed one of the discs. So if we had like 5 expansion packs between us, as long as the last disc we installed wasn't the same one, you could use them on like multiple PCs. I'm pretty sure that's probably media piracy, but it was different when I was a kid. But yeah, Sims 2 was really a game changer for me. Sims 2 was incredible, and I love her so much. I haven't played it in such a long time just because, like, it's not particularly accessible anymore. But, oh my god. Like, I think the thing that I like about Sims 4 is it feels like the best of both worlds. Like I say, I did play a little bit of Sims 3 when I was at uni, but yeah, it wasn't something I spent a lot of time doing. I did not clock in the hours that I do on Sims 4. Yeah, when I was at university, that's for sure. So yeah. Yeah, Sims 2, like Sims 4 I really like because it feels like the best bits of all of the games, like, merged into one. And honestly, she was iconic. So yeah, Sims 2 was an absolute nightmare to build in. Like, building was fine, but it was like trying to get the roofs on was really difficult and annoying a lot of the time. Okay. Right, we need to figure out what windows we're putting on here. Again, I want to keep it looking like the other ones in the neighbourhood. Although, these Strangerville ones are pretty cute. Quite like those. When I'm building in Willow Creek, I do sometimes feel like obligated to just do base game. Which is stupid because it's my game and I can do what I want. But, yeah, I'm like, well, everything else is just base game. I should probably stick with that. That's from Tomarang, isn't it? Why is my music cut out? I am so guilty of this. I will buy packs because I want the build items and then neglect all of the gameplay aspects. Yeah, that is a big mood. That is something that I can relate to a lot. I will change those so they're white. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there are so many packs that I have bought purely for building purposes and nothing else. I think in terms of gameplay, the packs that I use most frequently are probably like the Parenthood stuff. Like, yeah, Parenthood and Growing Together I use so much. I have pets in quite a lot of my builds, so I guess pets too. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely underutilize like the game function. But in all honesty, a lot of the time modders are doing a really good job. Maybe if I make these walls a bit higher, I can get, yeah, something more like that. That'll even it out a little bit. Or will it? Could then put a Strangerville window in here. I'm a gal that loves symmetry, that is for sure. I say that the bottom half of this is not symmetrical at all. Have I got a door from Strangerville that would work in place of that one? Because I feel like it's kind of a bit too different. Me not utilising gameplay features is part of the reason that I've not yet got the what's it called, Enchanted by Nature, just because I don't really do much with occult gameplay, which might change because I'm doing a not a rags to riches. What one is it that I'm doing that is? It's the Lunar Legacy. Over on my YouTube channel, I'm doing that, and I've documented quite a bit of it over on my Tumblr as well. That was another thing that was very formative of my teen years. To go back to me reminiscing about being a teenager, I spent all of my time on Sims 2 and Tumblr.com in like the years that it came out. It was kind of crazy. Oh, what time to be alive. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. I feel like it needs something to jut out here a little bit. I think we're gonna have to put a wall. Hello? What are you doing? Behave. Stop it. Will you pack it in? Let me put you where I want to. Yeah, I think when people refer to Tumblr humour, I think that is generally undiagnosed neurodivergence culture humour or queer humour. That's honestly, if you had to put like a bullet to my head or like a gun to my head and be like, describe like Tumblr humour, it's queer and autistic, which also does say quite a bit about me, being both of those things. Right, let's maybe swing this out a little bit because I'm not enjoying that. Oh, well, it's central now, but it's not central to there. Can I get away with moving this out slightly, or am I going to have to move it in? Or do I just need to get a grip? Well, I mean, I said what I said. I said what I said. What's been really funny, as like somebody who was late diagnosed and subsequently all of my friends getting late diagnosed as well, it's like, oh, we really do gravitate towards each other, don't we? Like, this is not a coincidence. I don't know about anybody else's queer autistic experience, but like, yeah, mine definitely made me aware of all of my friends. And they're, well, it's one of those things where it's like, we all knew we were queer. However, we didn't all know that we were neurodivergent. It's really bothering me that this is coming through like that. And I know that is a product of my own doing, but I still don't like it. It's yeah, I've been diagnosed ADHD and autistic in the last couple of years, so I'm 33 now, and suddenly so much of my life makes sense. And the people that I choose to spend my time with also make sense. Right, so now that that's... I mean, this is basically going to be non-functional unless I... Hang on. Let me make this... Can I make this more of a room? I get stressed out so much by the weird way that this game comes up with what's a wall or what's a room and what's not a room. I don't know what this little area is going to be for, but I needed it to make sense in my build. If I can get my roof to do what I want it to do, I might be able to get rid of it. Nope. The game really said, bitch, you thought. Well, I really don't like that. That's really annoying. Obviously I'm not a medical professional, so this is just based on stuff that I have been made aware of from like my own experiences with like mental health and having done research. I say research, it's not really research when you're, I don't know, reading, like browsing information on the internet, because my ex, who I'm still really good friends with, was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder when they were a teenager, but in their adulthood have also been diagnosed as autistic. And it seems like in a lot of cases, autistic, specifically when you're assigned female at birth, get written off as being BPD when what could be the cause of it, and that's not to say that it definitely is, like I say, I'm not a medical professional, could just be that you're struggling to regulate your emotions because you're autistic, which I think was the case for that person in particular, because in their adulthood they don't really have the issues that they had as a teenager, funnily enough, now that they understand that they're autistic and are medicated suitably for their ADHD as well. It's interesting with like the crossover. And it's like, how much of it is crossover and how much is it being a misdiagnosis, because you're quite happy to, you know, accuse a teenage girl of being inconvenient. And what it really boils down to is misogyny. I really didn't think that this would be the turn that my stream was taking today. But it's kind of funny that it has panned out that way. This is just what happens, I guess, when I am able to, I don't know, run my mouth. And brain stuff is interesting, like neurodivergence and, yeah, you know, navigating around the brain. It's one of those things, like, there's so much we can do with medicine and our understanding of medicine, but there's also so much we do not understand at all. And I think brains are probably, like, the most misunderstood or, yeah. Particularly if you were born with a uterus. Because everything's just, you know, you write it off as hormones, or like, oh, you're just women's troubles. But yeah. I'm not hating how this is looking, you know? This is feeling pretty alright so far. I think I'll feel a little bit better when I've got some roof trims and stuff on it. That always helps. Yeah. Yeah. I also really like to throw a bit more of a mid-century vibe when I do these kind of builds. I like the mixture of sliding and like brickwork. I think it's just I love mid-century builds. So my houses that are often supposed to be shotgun style apartments end up being more like a mid-century shotgun hybrid. And I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what colour sliding I want to do though. Is it sliding or siding? Siding. Why am I calling it sliding? There is this really nice green colour that I like and I think works really nicely with the brickwork that I've got here. Might even... I think that could probably do with being a taller door now that I've increased the wall height. So let's just see what I've got differently. I am so bad for building with the same stuff. Especially when it comes to if I'm trying to stick to a certain style of build. Really, that's got no business being that tall. Come on now. Maybe I will go back to the shorter one. I guess that's fine. I feel like I wanted something a little... Oh, maybe those ones would work, actually. Hang on. I wanted something that looked a little nicer, you know? Oh, no. Big no. I mean, these ones are nice enough. Maybe let's roll with those. They just didn't feel... I don't know, it felt like the windows were a bit high, because I've put the windows quite high up on the rest of it. I'm going to put like a... I think I'm going to put like a flower box or something there. I think that would be quite cute. But it seems to jump from being like this height to being obscene. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's such a huge difference. Obviously, I'm not going to use that one because it's not really the vibe. Just give me a 2 square tile. And then it goes right to the top. I don't want it to do that. It's pissing me off. Why are you so big? Why are you so big? Upsetting. That's probably the best option I've got so far, but it doesn't come in a swatch I like. Like, it's not white like the other windows. EA needs to sort the swatches out, I swear to God. I know that's like most people's complaint. Oh, we could go big slide-in door. Oh, but then I can't put my mirror there. Maybe let's get rid of that mirror and we'll have like a big long mirror for doing the yoga. Don't know what this little bit's gonna be. Maybe that, oh, that's not big enough for the yoga. That could be the yoga spot. And then I could, I was trying to work out why there was a white line there, and I think it's just that being silly. I could put a window over the door. Why? I hate it when they clip through the wall. Like, why are you doing this? You know you're outside. That it isn't for you. Go away. Go away. Let's just... Oh, it's very upsetting to me that it's doing that. Why? What was the reason? It's got no business doing that. And now, why is the front of my house white? I told you, this room business is so annoying. Is that why that's cutting through? Sometimes stairs do that though. Right, let's just draw the room to appease the game. Excuse me, I wasn't finished. Oh, it's because the fucking escape thing is right in the way. How rude. How dare you take away my beautiful loft? I'm not having it. No, that's just stupid. What about if we do what if I will it be better if I do it as a platform? Will that cooperate a bit better? Hang on. Let me just map that room out again. Honestly, this game is so stupid sometimes. Right. Oh, I was gonna do a bit along there, wasn't I? I don't understand why you're being a prick. It's really annoying though, because I've literally done it before and I'm just like, I know you have it in you. Yes! Ah! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, back in business, baby. Let's do that little... Oh, were you fucking kidding me? This game, I swear to God, it's going to be the death of me. Right, let's just see if it will let me do my silly little thing again. Thank you! You stupid. Stupid ass. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating, finally, you piece of shit. Just kidding, Sims. Love you. Love you, really. It's one of those things, isn't it, where it's like, if I didn't really love this fucking game, there is no way I would be this dead set on trying to appease it. Yo! Sometimes I think being a Sims player feels like being in a toxic relationship. Like, I give you all of my money and so much of my love, and what do I get back? Crumbs. Crumbs! Right, anyway, back to business. Actually, I'm going to swap that round. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it this way. Oh, it does kind of look a bit out of place now. Well, I look at everywhere else like, fuck. Yeah. 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 Yes. Can I bring that over like a fraction? Good, Gina. It does look a little bit like the one from Up. I love that. Oh my god, and I've barely spent any money as well. This is turning up pretty good. Okay. I know I still have lots to do. Because I've barely touched anything. So let's get some more windows put in on the front of the house. Not on the front of the house. What am I talking about? The back of the house. I'm talking absolute shite. Then we could probably put like a little single pane one. Yeah? Do we want a really big one in our bathroom though? That's the thing. Maybe we'll just put a little one in there. Talking is hard, and I do a job where I talk to people all day, so I think it's absolutely fine that I forget to talk on stream. People are, well, I was going to say people aren't here for the conversation, but here you are. You've been very good conversation, actually. It's not very often I get people in my streams, just because I've had my Twitch set up for a little while, but I've not been very consistent with it because I haven't felt very consistent in, I don't know, what I'm doing with my life, I guess. But, oh, that's not going to work, is it? We could have a little back door out here, though, into our little garden area, and we could bring this round a bit more so we've got a bit of a, like a proper wraparound porch. What was I saying? Come on, words, come to me. I don't know. I think I've lost it.
Hi! Thanks for stopping in. At the moment, I'm building a new house for my sim that I'm doing a rags to riches with. I'll show you it, hang on. I think it's looking pretty cute so far. It's definitely far from finished, but yeah, it's been a journey. An experience. Oh, I've remembered what I was saying. Yeah, because I hadn't been streaming consistently, I hadn't had, like, I don't know, I don't tend to get that much engagement, but I am trying to change that. And having been a little bit more consistent with like YouTube uploads and stuff like that, yeah, has definitely helped. But yeah, I think because I'm not used to talking to people while I'm playing The Sims, it's like, yeah, I kind of forget how to talk. Because I am effectively doing two things at once. Right, let's have a little look at window boxes. Oh, let me turn debug off because I don't want that on there right now. Just give me the stuff that I know I'm here for. Oh, this little yellow one's very cute. Let's just chuck some of those up there. My favourite colours are green and yellow, so this is working out real nice for me right now. Yeah, little wraparound porch moment. Okay, let's work on getting this laid out. So, I don't know about anybody else, but when I play The Sims and I build a kitchen, I've gotta have my sink under the window. How's my day going? So it's 7:30 in the evening here, and I've been at work all day. This is custom content. I completely forgot that I'd got this. Yeah, I have been at work today. I do a retail job, which is why my brain is fried. It's retail without really being like traditional retail, I guess. I work in optics. So yeah, it's a lot of talking to people about their eyes. Oh no, I know this is gonna piss me off because that's not gonna be in line, is it? I'm not gonna be able to have my sink right underneath it. I really need to get better at watching streams. Oh, that'll do. You can still see out the window while you're doing your washing up. But I think because at the moment I'm spending so much of my time like making stuff, it's weird because I don't do social media in like any other form. Like I don't do Instagram anymore. I don't do Facebook. None of that. It's not for me. If it's for other people, that's great. Like good for them. But I found it was something that was not good for me. So yeah, I haven't used like regular social media like that in coming up 2 years now, and that's kind of weird, like doing like this sort of thing, because I guess technically, yeah, it's social media, but it's like, for me, I feel it's more engaging. It doesn't feel like, it feels productive because I'm doing something creative and I'm not just doom scrolling. And like, obviously I watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. For me, again, that doesn't feel like wasted time because, you know, it's like, I'm actively watching it. It's not like, I don't know, scrolling through TikTok while you're watching TV, and yeah. Multitasking, but not at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It feels different to me, and I like it that way. I think the thing at the end of the day, though, when it comes to streams and interacting with them, like, that kind of is the entire point. From being on the side of things where, like, you know, doing the stream, and while I don't have an audience over here currently, I mean, aside from me putting things, like, exporting these files to YouTube as, like, VODs, it's, yeah, like, it's nice to have somebody to talk to while I'm doing it, because it's not like, I don't know, it's a bit more like, oh, somebody actually does want to stick around while I'm doing this thing. Yeah, it's nice. I really appreciate you being here. It's been a good chat, and yeah, it's kind of changed up the pace a little bit for me, in all honesty. So I do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. To be fair, I appreciate anybody that, like, spends the time, like, engaging with my little creative endeavors. See, it's funny, I wasn't gonna have a wall there, but now that I'm, like, mapping the space out a little more, like, it does feel like it makes sense. It's given me a bit more to play with, because you wouldn't just have, like, a cooker just hanging around here, would you? I've still got so much money to spend. I'm absolutely in awe. Big surprise. Decor and stuff that I wanted here. I think let's put in a washing up caddy. I don't know which one I want to use though. Good old symbiotic relationships. It's good. Like, it's nice for me to have somebody that I know is watching my content, and yeah, if you're getting something out of it too, then that's great. I love that for you, and I'm glad that I get to be the person that does that. That's not what you're looking for, Charlotte. That is a ski rack. Oh, the little green one. This is such a greenhouse. Although, saying that, I have 2 green rooms in my flat that I live in. I've got 2 green rooms and 2 pink rooms now, because I was like, I'm going to paint my bathroom pink, and then I realised my bedroom's pink themed as well. My living room's green, and my kitchen is green. Different shades, but yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, no other colours, actually. These ones are fine. I like that there's this little cubby place, this little... Because would my sim be able to walk under there? My sim might not be able to walk under there, but my cat definitely will. Which reminds me, I'm going to need to put in a cat tower somewhere. Here might be nice. Let's put that in now. Yeah, my living room is like a dark forest green, and I've got like yellow accent pieces, like the cushions and stuff. They're like a mustard yellow. And then my kitchen is a sage green, like the same sort of colour as the outside of the house. Which is, yeah, I mean, I think it's nice. I did it. It was my choice. Do we want this one or do we want the slightly bigger one for Teeny Weeny? This one, I think. You can give her a little scritch when you're coming down the stairs. So basically, the sim that this house is for is my sim self. And it's me living vicariously through my sims because they have more of a life than I do. I kind of like it like this, actually. So it almost is a bit of a divider piece. And I think I'm going to throw in some stuff from the Grange Mudroom here as well. Love that kit. I don't think I've ever downloaded a kit as fast as I did that one. It really is like that, and it's, you know, it's such a shame that, like, the only way that I was able to get, like, where I live was because of inheritance. If I had been saving by myself, yeah, I would not be living the way that I am now. It's, yeah, it's not a good time to be a young person and trying to think about buying a house. The only people I know that have been able to do that are, like, people who've been in a similar situation to what I was in, and it's like, oh, I was only able to, like, get a deposit together because somebody died. And, like, I'm sure if you ask most people if they were, you know, would you rather have somewhere to live or, like, your grandparents still alive, most people would say the decent thing and be like, I'd rather my grandparents were still here. It's, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. On one hand, I'm very grateful to have, like, the setup that I have. But on another, it's like, I kind of wish I got to spend more time with my granddad, you know? The pink ones! The pink aprons are so cute. Oh, actually, let's put these over here, near the bin. And then I think I'm going to put the broom. Where's the broom? That's not the broom. That's me getting distracted. Yeah, it really is, like, the whole inheritance thing is a very, like, it's a really tricky one to navigate. Yeah, like I say, most people, I'm pretty sure they would, you know, feel much the same as I do, and it's like, well, I'm glad I have somewhere to live, but yeah. That really, I'm sorry to hear about your mum. That's really sad. I can't imagine what it must be like to be in that position. And it is the sort of thing that scares me as I get older. Yeah. Oh, this is getting real deep. This is getting... Yeah. Yeah. I think when you're... I think that's been, like, the scariest thing about being in my 30s. It's like, oh no, I've got friends who have, like, lost their parents, and, like in my head, my mum and dad are, like proper adults, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, like, bumbling through life.
And there's gonna come a time where that's, you know, like, I'm not gonna have that. And that's a really weird thing to, like, I don't know, come to a realization for. I don't like it. Very scary. Where is my broom? Why have you got to call it something like clean sweep? Just call it broom. Don't give it a silly name. I need to be able to find it. Grange Love Room, you will always be famous to me. I love you so much. Yeah. I mean, I've already said, like, I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. Like, that, like, and that's, 19 is so young. And I don't mean that in, like, a patronizing way, but, like, oh, that's really, really rough. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That's awful. Your outlook, though, you know, like you say, I hope you don't mind me reading this, because obviously I haven't got my chat on screen, so if this goes onto YouTube, it's not going to be, like, on the screen, but saying that, you know, it's like cold water, it doesn't get it warmer, but you get used to it. Like, that's so true. It's maybe, like, not exactly the same kind of thing, because most of the grief that I've experienced has been through losing pets. So I don't want it to sound like I'm making that comparison, because obviously losing a parent at an age where you're still, like, you know, it's still a very formative time when you're, you know, in your late teens. But yeah, you do learn to live with it. I mean, like, I've lost grandparents, and again, like, that sucks. But you kind of expect it when it's not that you expect it when it's like a grandparent, but like like they are older. They're your parents' parents. So when the time for them to pass comes, it's like, okay, like, well, they were old. Yeah. It just, yeah, it's weird to know people my age and younger who have had to go through that themselves, because, like, that is like a big, big life event. And I suppose you're never really ready for it, like, yeah. That's true. Trauma does make you funnier. And I've had therapists that have told me off for trying to make them laugh.
in sessions. Be like, Charlotte, that's not funny. Like, we need to talk about this. I'm like, it is a bit though, right? My friend is exactly the same. She's been having therapy, and her therapist keeps telling her off for like making jokes. It's how you cope, though. Like, that's the way you do it. I don't know whether I want my Sims to have a TV, because I don't like it when they just sit in front of the TV all the time. It gets really annoying. I am going to give them a nice bookshelf, though, I think. I was going to put like a little accent table here, but I feel like it might be... Maybe a plant would be better there, actually. Like a nice little standing plant. Yeah, and it's not even necessarily like exclusive to like therapy sessions. I have to be the funniest bitch regardless. Yeah, I went for a massage a couple of weeks ago, and honestly, like, being able to make this woman crack up while she was working made me so happy. I had a wonderful time. I can't even remember what I'd said to her. Like, if I was to try and relay it, it really wouldn't land. I don't think. But, yeah, I kept making her laugh. That was fun. But I like it when I get funny people when I'm at work. If a client makes me laugh at work, like, that's a good day. That brightens my day up. So yeah. I like to think that I'm perhaps providing the same sort of entertainment for other people when they're at their jobs. Do you ever get it though, where like clearly the joke doesn't land and you're just like, oh no, now I've made this experience, like whatever the situation is, like, oh no, it's so much worse. I've made it so much worse. Okay, right. I need something that is gonna be kind of... I think it needs to be on the wall, because I think if it's standing, it's gonna jut out too much. So I think it's gonna have to be something that is like a shelf. Hi, Tina. My cat's just come in. What other swatches does this come in? Even that, I'm fine. It's a little... It just feels a bit intrusive. Do you know what I mean? Like, it sticks out, like, too much. Maybe, just maybe, I need to have the books on a display like this. So there is still a shelf there. But rather than being upright or like on a bookshelf, I just need to be able to access the books. I think that's what I'm going to roll with. So there is still the functionality there without it taking up too much room. I mean, as long as you're making yourself laugh, that's one person in the room. Like, I think I'm hilarious. I'm not sure that other people would necessarily agree with that, but I'm having a good time. I don't know about anybody else. Okay. I can't believe I've got so much money. I might not landscape it on stream today, but like I'm definitely up for doing some landscaping and trying some stuff like that out at a later date. Oh, wait. Let me get a cabinet. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. But I forgot. I have a little trick that I like to do. Oh, this has got lights on it anyway. Okay, I probably won't do my little trick then because this has already got lights in it. But I'll show you anyway, just because it changed my life when I learnt this trick. So, counter, yeah? In your kitchen. Imagine your cooker's underneath there. I'm gesturing at this with my hand, like you can see it. But yeah, under here, your cooker, right? You take this base game wall light. Where are you? Where are you? Stop hiding. You put it under your kitchen cabinets. How nice! And imagine this is like a cooker down here. Let's just move the cooker here for display purposes. How nice! That's my tip to you. This wall light that I literally would never use any other time because it's ugly works really good under cabinets. And that is a rock fact. I do need to put some lights in here though. So let's have a look at lighting. I've been trying to use wall lights and standing lamps more regularly because it was a tip that I got from another simmer. I love you, Dumpling Sims. But it makes your game look more atmospheric than if you just use the ceiling lights. Game changer. Completely changed the vibe of my games. Why have I clicked onto debug? I didn't mean to do that. Rug. Rug, please. I really like this rug, but I wish it came in some... Why did I just get rid of it? I wish it came in some better swatches. I mean, that's quite cute. I'm not sure that's the vibe, though. No, not the vibe either. Maybe just like a little shag rug. Yeah, see, I just, I love this light. What pack is this from? This vintage sconce. That's growing together, isn't it? Love that one. I use it in so many builds. I tell you what else I want to put in while we're on the subject of rugs. We weren't on the subject of rugs. I lied. But I'm taking the subject back to rugs. Something else I really like doing that I've never done in a house that I have lived in. I love putting a little rug by the sink. Keep my feet dry. I just think it's a nice touch. Like... Oh, come back. Come back. I wasn't finished with you. Not that one. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Keep your feet dry. maybe we'll do that colour because it matches the kitchen area a little bit better. We need to do a bathroom as well, don't we? Honestly, there is never any rhyme or reason when it comes to how I build. Like, I go where the dopamine is. It's absolutely astonishing to me that there was a time where people in my life didn't think that I was like there was not even a thought of, oh, maybe there's something wrong with her. And of course I don't mean that to say that there's something wrong with people with ADHD, but also, like, mum and dad, I feel like you really, like, missed out, like, yeah, like, there were signs, guys. I just go where the dopamine is. And I have no other things to say about the matter. Oh, I love this little stool. I'm not sure about this bed, you know. I did just put it down because I was like, well, I need to make sure that there's a bed that will go in here. I don't love the beds in Sims 4. I really, like, especially the base game ones. They kind of suck. I want a nice plain bed with different colour, like, and I don't want a pattern duvet. Like, maybe give me, like, a plaid one or, like, a grid. Just single colour swatches would be really lovely. Yeah, see, with my mum and dad, the problem with me not being recognised as being a head case, or not even a head case now, that's a little bit mean to myself. I'm going to take that back. But the reason nobody picked up on it was because my mum has definitely got some ADHD going on there, and my dad's autistic as fuck. Like, it's only through me being diagnosed that the rest of my family have gone like, oh, this checks out. Like, I thought everybody went through that. It was really funny. Like, the first time I had a therapist mention to me that she thought I might be autistic, I basically printed off a load of information and highlighted the ones that I felt were applicable to me, that I could relate to. And I remember my dad looking through it and being like, yeah, but everybody feels like that. And I was like, Dad, apparently not. Yeah, literally. It starts off, it's like a domino effect, isn't it? But there are like 7 different degrees of separation. It's crazy. I do think though, like, since I have been diagnosed, I am so much kinder to myself. I cut myself so much more slack and give myself so much more grace. It's probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And it probably, like, it sounds really, I don't know, it sounds really lame to say it like that, but genuinely, it's been a significant improvement on my mental health. Like, I still have my moments, like, I still have, like, really bad days, but yeah, knowing that it's, you know, because of like autism and ADHD, and like having a better understanding of that, and like why I'm feeling like that, and having words to explain it has been absolutely life-changing. And like medication has helped as well, like my focus and stuff since I've been medicated for ADHD has been like fantastic in comparison to what it was like, and my ability to get stuff done is so much better than it used to be. But I think even without that, like, just I'm kinder to myself, and it's nice to be kind to myself. Don't get me wrong, I still rag on myself occasionally, but yeah, just like that was crazy, like having that realization that, oh, there's a reason for all of this. Yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah, like you don't even, like, I think most people could benefit from therapy, um, because I think learning how to deal with your emotions and process your emotions is really healthy and like a really good thing, and I think more people should be equipped with the skills to be able to do that. But yeah, like having that understanding, and like I say, just giving myself a bit more grace, giving myself a bit more like kindness. It's like being diagnosed as both autistic and ADHD has massively changed my relationship with myself and how I view myself, my self-worth, everything. Like I say, it has been life-changing. Crazy. Crazy times. And it's not just me that's like had that experience. Obviously, like it sounds like you can relate to that as well. But um yeah, like I've got friends who are sort of coming to terms with, you know, having been diagnosed with either or and both. Um and it's really nice seeing them be a bit kinder to themselves as well, and not feeling like weird for how they feel. Don't know, it's nice. Ooh, there's a nice swatch somewhere where it's like a brick wall that's been painted. Is it this one? No, but I do like this one. We're gonna throw this on the inside, and then I think I'm gonna do like a brick feature wall. Yeah, I find particularly, I'm going to read out what you said. Therapy is so important. Much of my communication is based on what I learned from DBT. It can be a real struggle when you communicate with all your resources, but the other person hasn't learned to communicate with validation and emotional regulation. Yeah, it makes total sense. Sometimes being the person who's been to therapy can be tough, because like you say, like you could have like you know what you're saying and what you're trying to express and that kind of thing, and how to be in that situation, but if you're not being met with the same energy, it can be really difficult. I'm just gonna put this wall in because I want to throw in a spandrel. So where are you, spandrels? I don't know what span I want to go for or what would work, but I feel like I'm not sure about that. I feel like it needs something there. That looks like a saw trap. Let's look at some of these other swatches. That's quite cute. Let's go with that. Does it really match the wood though? I want something there, but I don't know what. Maybe just a beam. Maybe a beam. Once again, I'm using the horse pack. But this... Oh, that looks a little bit more industrial, actually. Let's maybe throw in some columns there as well. Those are from the shop pack. Well, I'm glad that it's been engaging and stimulating. Honestly, I feel like I come on stream and just talk shit. Most of the time. Where's the column that comes with that pack? Why can't I see it? There it is. Is it that one? Right, let's put in this other column. Does that look weird? I don't know. Don't like it. Because it looks like it was attached to a wood one on the little sample bit. But that's the only one that you get. Oh, who's this? Highlighter column. No. Hang on, let me filter through these a bit better. What do I want? Businesses and hobbies. Yeah, those are the ones... I don't want them. I don't like it. We'll go with the wooden one. The wood and the iron will look nice together. Yeah! Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, your written English is fantastic. I wouldn't have questioned if you'd have turned around to me and was like, yeah, English is my first language, or just, yeah. No, honestly, your written English is fantastic. So don't feel, yeah, don't feel embarrassed or whatever. I wouldn't have questioned it. Put it this way, your English is better than my German. Right, where is that one that's like painted? There's a brick. It's like a paint. Is that from like, I want to say it's from Dine Out. This one, yeah. Oh, that looks nice. Very cool, very chic. Maybe a darker floor would look better. Hello? Why is it saying nothing to change? Is it because I'm on the wrong level? Why are you lying to me? Oh, it's because it's for a wall. I'm being stupid. Ah! I'm just being a silly cow. now I feel like with some of the wood features I've got, it's like too dark. We're just gonna go with white. We're gonna go with the easy option. We're going with apparently the basement. Yeah, no, I think I understand. Lots of people who learn English through American media. I had a friend who worked with someone who was Dutch, and quite often the way that they spoke sounded like it's almost like those old, it's like old movie style, like transatlantic is the way that I would describe it. But it's not really, I don't know, I suppose I've got lots of friends that have moved to the UK from other places in Europe. So for me, it's not really something that I would like particularly pick up on. Like, I've got friends who are Bulgarian, friends who are Polish. Yeah, like the fact that they can speak another language on top of like their first one is impressive enough. Like, I'm, yeah, typical English person that only speaks one language, unfortunately. And everybody else has just had to learn how to speak my one. And that does make me feel like a piece of shit sometimes. But it wasn't really, like, encouraged for us in school, so yeah. I've just realised I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put a food bowl in this little house. For my kitty! I suppose you can have it down here, so you can have a little food bowl down here. I really like how this is turning out. Yeah, I'm having a good time with this build. I need to put a bathroom in here though, real talk. Right, let's have a little look and see what we're saying. This would be a nice little area to have a bath shower combo, I think. I can remember some of like the languages that we did at school, but very, very little. I think when I was at school, we did French and German. I only did German for 2 years when I was it even 2 years? It might have just been one. Yeah, 1 or 2 years. And like I say, it really wasn't something that was really encouraged. Which is crazy to me because, like, that's such a useful skill to have. But yeah, it's... I don't know whether it's the same now. Because obviously it's been a long time since I've been at school. But, yeah. I did French
for like 3 years, and then I think German maybe for 2. But yeah, it was my German is very, very limited. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, really, being like this age and not being able to speak another language. Um, Not even like like fluent. Like I say, there are the odd words that I can remember from like my French classes and stuff. And I can string like some sentences together, but like I would not be able to go to another country or like hold a conversation with somebody in French. Like the fact that we've been talking like for the duration of this stream, and at no point have I been like, I don't understand what you mean. um, is cool as hell to me. So yeah, like I think it's really cool when people can speak other languages. I have a couple of friends who can, but like I know more people not from England that speak more than one language. Yeah, I think if memory serves me right, like the only people I could safely say I'm like, yeah, this person can speak another language are people that decided to do it for like a job, or my friends that travel, and even then it's like just getting by languages, not conversational at all. But that was the thing I found when, and my dad said the same thing actually, when it comes to like how you're taught other languages over here, and it might be the same in other places, and it's whether or not you choose to engage with like media from elsewhere in the world. But like, yeah, you're not taught it in a conversational capacity. It's like textbook. It's not really, yeah, the same thing. I think this little house is pretty much done, you know? It's got everything we need. Let's maybe bring this porch out some, and then we'll put some pillars. Under here. I could have taken like languages further, but like I say, it wasn't really something that when I was at school was encouraged. It might be different for like now, or depending on what school you went to, I guess, is probably like another contributing factor. Because I'm sure some schools are way more like on it with like teaching languages, but yeah, like all of my friends who are English, I couldn't tell you a single one of them that's like fluent in another language. It's kind of sad, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing with this fence, you know? I was trying to keep it like a similar sort of vibe to the ones around it. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. But it's not really... They're all kind of different, so maybe ours can be slightly more modern, as it has just been built.
I suppose as well, like, you can watch TV with subtitles as well. That probably is another way that you can learn um, a language. What have I just done? That's a mess. But yeah, whenever somebody who speaks more than one language is like, oh, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, or like, oh, I've got that word wrong or whatever, and I'm like, dude, honestly, like, you're fine. Not there. Not there either. Tuck in. Thank you. I think the closest that I could probably get to anything like that would literally be like watching something and picking out like a single word. Like, I wouldn't even get like anywhere near half of it. Where is this one? Can we get that with a white trim? White trim for me? And then we'll put like... Now, I'm still not feeling that fence at the top, you know. I think it needs to be... Maybe this one will be cute. You're taking away all of my foundation I put in. How rude. I think this would qualify as a tiny home. I really would not worry about like feeling your speech, your English is rough around the edges, because I know so many English people who cannot speak proper English. So honestly, don't even worry about it. Generally, people will understand what you mean and will be nice about it. Yeah. Like I say, there are other things, like there are people who have lived in this country their entire life and still do not have anywhere near the understanding of like grammar and vocabulary than they should do. And that's like, not to rag on people with like dyslexia and stuff like that, but yeah, some people could be doing better. A lot of it's ignorance as well, and just not caring to, I don't know, maybe I feel differently about it because I really like English. I love books and reading and literature, and English was my favourite subject at school and I was pretty good at it. So yeah, maybe that's part of it. Somebody would probably look at my math skills and be like, oh man, like this girl does not know what she's talking about. But yeah. So putting phrases from one language into another one and then back again is I have done that with Google Translate. It's very fun. I have entertained myself on like a slow work day with that exact activity. It's got to be done. Oh, we could get a little birdhouse. Birdhouse in the yard. I know I'm not going to be doing the landscaping on this stream, but like that's cute. I want to remember that's something that I want to do. Right, what am I doing? A question I ask myself multiple times a day. I might even like set this back a little bit when it comes to landscaping and like make a bit more of a front garden. We'll see. We will see. Huh. Trying to. What was I? Oh, I wanted like. Let me find the Grange mudroom stuff because I want some cute stuff to go by the door. Let's just look at all the items from that. Oh, this was such a cute pack. Kit, whatever you want to call it. Wait, do I want it like that or... That's going to cut into that light, isn't it? Here? Wait, hang on. That feels like it sticks out a bit too much, but we could have... What if we have this here and we have a nice mirror as we come in? A nice mirror. And a little... Oh, it's going to... Cuts in too much, doesn't it? I love these. These are... I love hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are one of my favourite flowers. So we're going to have some hydrangeas as we come in. It's going to be very cute. Maybe we'll just, like, throw some shoes down by the door. That feels very me-coded. And then maybe a little coat rack here. And my bag. I'll leave my bag down there. Gorge. Maybe I won't leave the bag down there. It's too near the cat bowl. Every time you say hang on, I'm sitting here nodding along thinking, yeah, I'm hanging on. Ooh, trinket box. Yes, right, let me just toggle off of this. Trinket. Ah. There we go. Cute. We love to see it. What other swatches does this mirror come in? Might go with the black? Is that a bit harsh, maybe? Is that supposed to be gold or is it wood? Was it gold before? Hang on a minute. Oh, I don't think it is gold. I think it is supposed to be wooden. That's fine. I'll keep it that colour then. Yeah. there's not tons of wall space, so I don't really want to like clutter it up with pictures. Maybe we could have like a big picture here. Let's just have a quick look at what we've got, what options we have. I'm glad you feel seen. I've enjoyed chatting to you during this stream. I do like I said earlier, I really appreciate you being here. It's been nice. Oh, there's this, where is the thing that I'm looking for? Oh, this might be quite nice. Yeah, maybe we could have two. Oh, yes. They're not quite level, hang on. But that needs to come in. Oh, yes. Very, very good. Very modern. Very art. Oh, it's going to be so cute when I've finished out here. Yeah, I'm going to do the landscape in another day. That picture also wasn't what I was planning on putting on that wall, but I think that works quite nice. What is the one that I was looking for? It's one that I really overuse. I'm starting to think that maybe I've dreamt it up. It's a figment of my imagination. Oh, this one. I always size this up. I think this looks really good, like, as a big painting. Or, like, any of them from this set. I think that's pretty good. I think I am gonna heed the words that you said at the very beginning of this, where you said fairy lights fix everything. And you're so right. I think I need like a little trail of fairy lights like along this top wall here. Just to brighten the place up a little. Can you rotate these? Oh, you... Oh, wait, hang on. Should we do it... Oh, hang on. I have never been more aware of, like, how often I say that. Hang on. It must be a very British thing. Some of these slope at different angles. Hang on. Yeah, this one doesn't... Oh, we could... Oh, okay. I want one that doesn't, like... I'm gesturing. I hope your telepathy is kicking in and you can, like, understand what I'm sending out to you. Well, I thought this was gonna look cute, and now it looks like a tiny penis. Hang on. These are little balls. Nah, they shouldn't have been able to make a tiny chode. I can make it a bit bigger, actually. Hang on, let's make it a little bit longer. Nah, they shouldn't have made this be a function. I should not be able to... Oh, no, stop it. Oh, now I'm being punished. Like, this should not have been... something that I should have been able to do with the Sims fairy lights. I'm sorry, but whose idea was it to allow me to be able to do this? Oh my god. I think I'm reaching the time of the evening where my brain fully stops working. And this is what we have resorted to. Oh, I love that. I'm just going to read it out. I also love the term fairy lights. In German translated, it's literally light chain, and that sounds like a hostage thing with Santa Claus. That's hilarious. I actually love that. It's going to be... We'll make it cute. I'm not going to draw a giant penis on my wall. I don't think that would be very on brand of me either. There we go, that's cute! I'm gonna get rid of the ones at the top though. And I think it just needs to move along. No, hang on, let's undo that. There, too far. It does look like that, and I like it. Okay. Right, I think I might be done for this stream. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna want to finish this tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna finish this tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and having a really good chat. I've really enjoyed you being here. This will be going up on my YouTube, so I am the same username over here as I am over there, so if you're interested, I guess, in seeing the other stuff that I've been doing with The Sims and streams and that kind of thing, I will be streaming again, obviously, but yeah, I've got other stuff that I've done in The Sims over on my YouTube as well, if you want to check that out. That would be cool. But yeah, hopefully I will see you another time in a stream, because yeah, this has been good fun, and yeah, I've enjoyed having you here. I am gonna go and think about getting ready to go to bed, honestly, because I am really tired after doing roller derby yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna go and chill out and get into something cozy and hang out with my cat before I go to sleep. Yay! Well, have a great evening and enjoy tomorrow, whatever it may bring. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.